welcome to your Vedic Lunar Scope for today, the 2nd of October 2015. The moon today will be in the middle portion of the sign of Gemini as it makes its way through Rohini nakshatra. Sometimes we get into these chaotic situations and they just kind of hit us out of the blue and they catch us unaware and we get into a panic. And so then what we do, and by getting into a panic, is to approach things from an even more chaotic manner than the situation that we're dealing with. And fighting fire with fire in that particular instance doesn't really help with anything. It just makes things much more chaotic. At the moment, you're trying to build a happier existence for yourself. But you have to be willing to put the effort in for the result that you want out, right? And chances are, because you're being caught unawares by a particular situation, that you are either going to want to withdraw from the situation and give things a chance to kind of, even out until you're able to approach it with a higher level of clarity, or B, you're going to go into it with a more, trying all sorts of crazy ideas and crazy schemes in order to deal with the situation. But going about things crazily isn't going to help anything at all, right? Going at things with open eyes and open mind and being willing to pay attention and make the necessary adjustments when you can see that the necessary adjustments need to be made, well, that's going to make all the difference in the world. And that's going to help to make something which is seemingly tense right now ultimately become much more simple. Rohini is a moksha-driven nakshatra. Its impulse is to liberate one from a particular existence, something that's difficult for one to deal with, or a set of circumstances. It's about creating change, right? And the way that Rohini does this is by fostering growth within us as individuals. It helps us to evolve so that we're able to look at the situation, to learn from the mistakes that we've made previously, and to meet a new set of circumstances with a different degree of wisdom. That being the case, there are some challenges that you're likely going to have to face at this particular moment that will require some practical steps on your end, a lot of detachment, and the capacity to be patient. So even though you may be feeling, because of the lunar tithi, which is Krishna Shashti, because of the lunar tithi, you may be feeling like I was saying earlier, like you need to really kind of muster a larger degree of strength and boost up the ego for a difficult fight. That's not going to help anything. Or you may feel compelled to just pull the covers up over your head. That's not going to help anything. Facing the situation with open eyes, that is going to help with the situation. Regardless of the approach that you take, you're going to likely have to deal with a large degree of, chaos, some difficulties, some challenges. But those challenges grow in intensity with the manner that we see them. If we see those challenges as exceptionally intense or impossible to deal with, well, then they become this huge thing. If we see them as difficult to deal with, but with a willingness to approach the circumstance with open eyes, well, then that helps with all the difference in the world. The solar lunar yoga today is what's actually creating that large level of chaotic energy, because it is vyatipata, which basically means calamity. And so that means in order to try to deal with the situation, things are going to likely get a little bit out of hand. And that stands to, well, on one level, almost ruin your approach. But you are able to deal with that if you recognize that what you're dealing with is just really a set of circumstances that are unavoidable because they're there, but are more easy to deal with if you understand the nature of what they are, which is, just challenging. Things are chaotic, and hey, that's just the state of things. It's all how you approach it. That's what's going to make all the difference in the world. Just to remind you to visit my astrological services page if you are interested in booking a consultation with me. You should see a link if you click on the eye in the upper right-hand corner of the video. Another brief reminder, my predictive course will begin on the 10th of October. That course will teach you how to predict things down to within a day or two by narrowing an event window using several different techniques. Again, you can find a link in the upper right-hand corner. That's going to do it for your Vedic Lunar Scope for today, the 2nd of October, 2015. Until next time, please take the very best care of yourself. Bye.